The clock here that you see in the display case is the actual clock, or one of the clocks from Central Fire Station, which was located at 5th and Avenue K. And the firefighters that were there in the station at the time that the tornado struck the city actually took cover underneath the fire truck that was in the station, and that's what saved their lives as the building collapsed on top of the fire truck. And of course the clock here with the time is the exact moment that the tornado struck and that the clock stopped at the fire station. You know, I guess what I get out of it is just, you know, the respect for the weather, for nature, for what a wind can do, even, you know, where it's not necessarily a tornado, it's just a severe thunderstorm, the amount of damage that can be caused by hail. And you can only imagine how bad it would be if an F5 tornado or something similar were to come through a populated area like here in Lubbock. We really start the response for a severe weather event before that event ever occurs. We spend a lot of preparation through the year just because, not only the history here in Lubbock, but if you look at, nationwide and the part of the country that we're in, we know we're at a high risk for severe weather. In the early hours of an event like a large tornado really is one of the most challenging things, particularly tornadoes that occur at night. A lot of times it's not until the next morning when the sun comes up that we can really get a good grasp of the scope of the incident. People that are calling for help and even rescuers that are trying to describe where they're at, like you said, all those landmarks are gone, trees are gone, street signs are gone, houses, all those things that we're familiar with that help us find our way and really get a reference point of where we are and where we need to go. Those things are gone, so even people that have lived in a neighborhood their entire lives suddenly find themselves lost. I'm very fortunate. I have one of the greatest jobs in the world. Really one of the best things about this job is no 2 days are ever the same. I knew even when I was in college that I didn't want to sit behind a desk 8 to 5 and really have that same monotonous thing every day. And that's really the great thing about this job is that every day you come to work you get to see and experience something new. Everybody wants to focus on first responders and firefighters being brave, and that is an aspect of it, but honestly the real challenge is finding those people that have the composure and the intelligence to really be thinkers in those situations, because that ultimately is what makes it successful. Respect the past and embrace the future. There's a lot of things from the past that we can learn from, but there's a lot of things that we did in the past that we should have learned from that we did wrong. Just because we've always done something that way doesn't necessarily mean that that's the right way to do it. And I just encourage those people to always continue to improve, to find a better way, to learn from the mistakes, and the bad things that have happened in the past, and apply those to the future to be successful, to ensure that this department and first responders are always getting better.